What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, the gameplay ability system plugin, Blueprint, C++, all that good stuff. Today, I want to at least wrap up what we're doing for the nameplate UI, what you see on the bottom left. We have the health bar and we have some sort of stamina bar. And I want to kind of finalize it for now, just so we can move on to other things. And then I want to jump in into some control scheme changes, maybe even bring in some animations for melee combat, because I do want to separate the player in terms of like being able to throw projectiles and being able to do melee combat, like punches, kicks, and things like that. I want him to be able to do both. I want to have a reason why you'd want to switch from melee to the projectile-based combat, and kind of work through it that way. Because obviously all we have right now is a dummy character, and I want to be able to do stuff. And, you know, it would be interesting to be able to work through exactly what the purpose would be for each. So that's going to be our goal today. We'll spend hopefully just 30 minutes, maybe an hour on the first part, finalizing the UI for now. And then jumping into the control scheme changes. Because what I want to do, like I want your spell cast, so the stuff you see on the right-hand side, I want that to be based on, you know, left trigger hold. So you do L plus X or Y or B or A or something like that. And basically be able to switch between the melee combat and the projectile combat. So that's going to be our goal. So yeah, let's start with the stamina. There's some things I want to remove here. I'm not sure if we want to leave the text or anything just yet, but I do know I want to get rid of this border. It doesn't really do anything for us. So let's nuke that. And I believe I can do something along that. We can get rid of all this edges. I do like the delayed bar for the stamina bar. And I'm not sure if I want it to be that big. Like, you know, we have the stamina bar moving. Not sure if I want the delayed bar to be white like that. I'm not sure about the size. I don't want the stamina bar to be the same, I guess, width or no height as the health bar, for example. So I want to maybe jump that down to like 16. And probably by default, I don't want it to be as long either. So maybe like something like 350 makes sense. So yeah, 350 is the same as the health bar. So let's actually lower that even more. Let's do 300 or maybe 250. And yeah, we got the stamina bar doing things. You know, we have passive regeneration and stuff like that. Looks decent enough. I'm not sure if I want any spacing between them. I think that looks okay. I don't know if I want... Let's first update the delayed bar, because the color itself is some sort of tint. Looks to be just white. I wonder if I can make it like a whitish yellow or something to that effect. And then the background image, let me just see what this looks like. So the background image, I think, should be pseudo-transparent, maybe like that. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, definitely too dark, I'd imagine. So what does the health one look like? So the dark background. Do I have a dark background in here? Let me get rid of the nameplate here. So I do have a dark background, so yeah, we don't really need that at all. Yeah, dark background. What's the dark background value here? 0.1. Make you 0.1. Kind of give everything more uniformity, if that's even a word. And yeah, so there's our stamina bar. And I think it looks pretty good, at least good enough for what we want to try and accomplish. Not sure if we want to do anything special when you're low on stamina. Because like when we have our health bar, as we get lower and lower, you know, the bar itself starts getting redder and flashing, and then, you know, it'll eventually kill you. But maybe we want to have these shapes to be more of not a box, but a rounded box. So we can kind of just see what this looks like. As well as the dark background. Should be able to do a rounded box as well. The reason why I want to do a rounded box is so it kind of forms into the nameplate shape better itself, because they're both kind of round. At least that's what my hope is. So let's get everything as a rounded box. That looks good, except for the health bars. I think the health bar, guess this border, it'll also be a rounded box. There we go. And yeah, I think it looks and fits a little bit better. I don't know what you guys think. I know it's kind of hard to tell from how we're visualizing things on stream at the moment, but I think it just it adds to it, makes it a little bit better. And I do wonder if we want to have there be a little bit of overlap. So if I were to do like -5, kind of have it go in like this a little bit, and maybe have it down a little bit more, just so you don't see the edges of it. And it kind of just blends in a little bit like that. Okay, so the background is completely black for the health bar. Dark background. I don't know what I did there. Is it because this tint color is also like this? Oh yeah, that's the outline settings. Okay. So hopefully something like that is okay. The outline, we can make 0.35. Let's look. Did that improve? No. So maybe it's the background of the health bar? Let's make this invisible for a second. Just look again, make sure what it is. So yeah, so it's not the dark background. Is it the border? Go back to the dark background, make it visible again. Yeah, maybe it's the border this time. Border, brush color, yeah, maybe like 0.1 is what we need. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, for the health bar itself, I don't know if that kind of color makes sense. I think it can be just dark. Or maybe it could be like a gray. kind of hard to see that. So yeah, I think we need to go darker. Something like that I think is viable. Yeah. So yeah, I think that is good. So we got our 2 bars, the health bar and the stamina bar. Eventually we'd want to add like a magic bar, I suppose is the way to phrase it. But let's move on. Just something outside of the nameplate for now. And let's update our control scheme. So again, what I'd like to see from my control scheme is being able to switch between, like, kind of like Ghost of Tsushima. You have different stances, for example, and when we tap right bumper, for example, we can go into like the projectile stance, and when we tap back out, we're back into the melee stance. And so when you do this in the melee stance, we'll actually have like proper animations. And then when we tap into the magic stance, you'll be able to do something like this, right? So we have to make it like some sort of an ability, but we have to start with the input scheme. So let's open up, it's gonna be under character, I believe. Thank you so much for the follow, Aaron. Welcome, thank you so much. How's it going? So yeah, here's our inputs. We have our actions, right? So I'll make a new action. We'll say IA_stance toggle. Then we can go into our contexts. We'll start with gamepad first, obviously. Not bad, just working on portfolio site. Very cool, very cool. So do I have anything already mapped to... Okay, so our ability cord is already right shoulder. So I want to change the ability cord to be left trigger. And I know there's already stuff on the left trigger, like the zoom. So I definitely want to just get rid of zoom, for example. We'll change the ability cord to be left trigger. We'll say it down for that. And then let's move our IA move towards the top. Just so we have like move and look towards the top. Then you have jump, evade, ability cords, equipment ability, movement abilities, all these other abilities. We have crouch. I don't think we need in this game. Crouching really won't matter. So I'm just gonna nuke it just so it's not here. So we have like the thumbsticks pretty free. Obviously we could have like target lock on the thumbstick down if we want to support target lock, and then we would have to kind of support target lock switching, which not a big deal in doing. Maybe we can implement that. As for this kind of game, maybe target locking would be very useful. We kind of want to go for a mixture of Ghost of Tsushima, a mix with Souls-likes. We want a mix of like Devil May Cry, kind of spontaneous combat and scoring. So maybe target locking will be useful for some people and help with the camera and things like that. So I'll definitely add it to the to-do list. We have a lot on our to-do list, but why not? So target locking. But yeah, first things first, so we don't really need either a recenter camera. I don't know if that even does anything. Yeah, doesn't even do anything. Like, we've made so many changes with this project that some of these things are super legacy, like enable game camera moving stuff as well. So yeah, let's do what we want to be doing. So I know I want to toggle stances, and obviously when we have other classes, so I want to support like an elemental monk mage guy who mixes fist melee combat with magic, projectiles, and spells, and then I want to have just like a knight melee character, and maybe he can have like, I don't know, a offensive stance and a defensive stance where you have to switch in between or something to fuel the other. But yeah, let's just go to toggle stance, toggle, and we'll do, I don't know if it should be left bumper or right bumper. I think right bumper is fine, or right shoulder. And yeah, we'll set it as pressed. And now we gotta have to link it up to an ability. So we have our native actions, right? And we have our tagged ability actions. So I should be able to add a new native tag. So we'll have to do this in code. So let's find our native gameplay tags. We should have our input tags here. A lot of this stuff, again, pretty legacy. But let's just add what we need to add. So input tag underscore toggle stance. And then, of course, we got to go to our source file, go to our native gameplay tags here. So we got input tag underscore, and then what was it? Toggle stance. So input.native action, and we'll say stance switch. Or should it just be toggle stance, I guess? Just so the naming is consistent. Because we had to change a header file, let's close out of the editor and do a full recompile just so things don't break. While that's compiling, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take a minute to break, use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. All right, your boy's back, and the editor finished compiling. What a coinkydink. So yeah, now that we have our input native action tag, we should be able to create, because basically what this toggle stance is really going to be doing, it's going to be doing two things in the context of this character. It's going to be, one, labeling the stance as one thing or the other, and it's going to change the animation that's on top of the character. Where he'll have like hands open out like this, so it shows that he wants to kind of throw these projectiles, and then close normal pose when he's in like a fighting stance. Obviously, maybe we can have some added layers so it looks like he's wanting to like fight and things like that. I don't know if I want him to really behave such like a boxer or anything like that. But at least there's gonna be some visual feedback when switching between these stances. It would be cool as well to have some sort of UI on screen that kind of shows you switching stances and stuff like that. Similar to how Black Myth Wukong also has stance switches, and you'll see on the bottom right kind of icons, some visualizations of which stance you're in. Ghost of Tsushima kind of has this as well. I don't want to have like I want it to be more of a binary switch between your stances. And try to find a reason in the gameplay as to why you'd want to switch between them. Like for example, maybe the base melee that you can do simply deals damage. I don't know if I want to introduce any sort of posture system on enemies that prevent them from attacking. Or if I want to do something else to kind of set this game apart, because we can apply status and stuff like that. So also maybe it's like, okay, it's low damage, but you can proc elemental damage that can then be set to make a status effect such as burn, and then when you have an enemy applied by burn, you can then go into some melee that deals more damage because they're on fire, or can maybe make your fist become on fire, and so then you can proc burn someone else quicker, or maybe there could be gap closing, or maybe there's enemies that can block melee and not the elemental projectile, or some sort of mechanics we're gonna have to figure out, But anyway, so we have our input mapping context, we have our tagged abilities, so let's go ahead and add a new entry here. We're gonna do toggle stance, and then we got input, native action, ability, and then alphabetical order, toggle stance. And then we gotta grant this to our character. So I believe it's under player, ability system, ability sets. Let's see what abilities we're granting. So big example 1, example 2, example 3, equipment example, jump, dodge. So let's add another. And again, we're gonna do input, native action, ability, toggle stance. And then we got to create this ability. So I'm going to now say, so we have test examples, make a new one, stance switch. So now we can make a new ability. We have our gas course gameplay ability will be GA underscore stance switch. And so yeah, this ability, auto commit, sure. Activation on input triggered, instant primary slot. No, we want it to be empty slot so it doesn't appear in our UI. It doesn't really have stacking capabilities. And basically now I need to know what I want it to do. Because I'm not exactly sure how I want it to work. Like, I don't want there to be like an ability to switch one way or then switch the other. I want it to kind of behave as one. So I'm guessing there has to be some persistency gameplay effect or tag. Because when it's activated, we'll have a tag, but I kind of want one that kind of persists outside of that. So we're gonna just have to see. Let's just grant it here. Let's add for ourselves a print string, just so we know that it works. And then end ability. I believe we put this onto right bumper. Yeah, we got stance switch printing at the top right. So we know that works. So now, yeah, let's look at our animation, the animation side of things. We have character, we have animation, we have motion, aim offsets. I know it comes in the animation I'm thinking of, it comes in one of these animation sets here. So we have in place and motion. So enter combat, so and exit combat. I pretty much want to blend in between these two. So let us retarget these. So R2G manage alpha male like that. And then the assets I want to do are enter combat. And yeah, in place or root motion, I'm guessing we want root motion. And we can export. We can go into gas cores, game, character animation. I guess it could be under player, ability system, abilities, test examples, stance switch. That. So we have this. Yeah. So basically I want it to work like that, right? He gets into this pose and we know then he'll start throwing the fireballs. And then when he's not in that pose, we know we're going to do some sort of melee combat. So let's go back to where we were. So this is a root motion. So we need exit as well. So let's do the same thing, retarget, find our manning to elf male. We'll do exit combat, root motion, export, put it into the same place like we did before. Character, player, character, nope, not character. Ability system, abilities, test examples, stance switch, export, export. Yay, we're here. Now, we need to make this a montage. And we're going to put both of these into a single montage. So we're going to say create and a montage, and we're going to say animation am underscore mage underscore stance switch. So we have default, then we need to also drag in our exit. So let's just plop you in. And we need to make this a new montage section. We'll call it exit. Might be the easiest. And of course, we need to remove the link. You guys can't see what I'm doing there. Maybe that one, maybe doing that will be a little bit better for you guys, so we can see things hopefully a little bit better. So yeah, we're creating the enter and exit state, and then we're separating the montage sections so they don't play one after the other. They are separated. And in my opinion, this animates a little bit too slow. So let's just see what this looks like at 1.5 scale. A little better. And exit. I think that looks a little bit better, right? So now what I believe I have to do, because I want it to be only upper body, I don't want you to have to be in place, stop your momentum, stop your movement, things like that. We're going to be changing our default slot group because we did create a upper body. Obviously, he's got a T-pose again. So this should technically work. So what I should be able to do here is play montage and wait. We'll do wait for event just in case we need to add anything. You can add that animation, and then on, we'll say on blend out, end ability, on interrupted or canceled. We'll just put the end ability as well. I guess on completed, just for funsies. So now when I press right bumper, we should be able to see our guy do something. So right bumper, and yeah. So he does enter, but he's not staying there. And as you can see, he actually is interrupting himself. So let's try to fix that part first, and then we'll look about adding an upper body additive. So maybe root motion is not what we want. So enable root motion. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. So he's going like that. And so that we want to have some sort of upper body looped pose. And I believe there's support for that in this animation. So yeah, let's grab in place. So there should be some sort of loop, I hope. Doesn't look like it. So there's enter combat, exit combat. So maybe I can make a duplicate and only have him like kind of doing like this, or maybe even just like a single frame pose. So let's go. We'll say, you know, mage underscore combat loop. So remove from there to there. That didn't really do anything. Okay. Oh, re-zero, sorry. So remove 0 thing to 43. Why does it say 43? So it would be looping pretty badly, honestly. So let's keep frame 12. Yeah, so hopefully that's a good pose. Let's get rid of the VFX start stuff that they have. Let's do that everywhere. So we should be able to go, let's close out of everything real quick. We don't need all of this open. Let's keep the combat loop open. Let's go into our animation blueprints. So we should be able to go to anim graph. We have all this. We have leg, IK stuff, pose, search history. We have a layered blend, upper body. So maybe it could be done here. So let's go to our asset browser. Combat loop. Can I do layered blend? Let's put bone. Can I blend in a different way? Blend bool, I think, is one. Blend poses by bool. So if true, we'll go here. If false, we have here. And we should be able not to see a difference. And if I set this to true, hopefully, yes. So what does this look like? Looks a little wonky. And yeah, it's not letting me animate the arms. So I wonder where this needs to go. Because yeah, this is the slot upper body. So I'm guessing we can do that. And then like, it's going to be very similar to how you would override it when you have, like, a sword equipped. I know there's videos on this. Maybe we can look up a video real quick. So UV5, gameplay animation, example, weapon override. Okay, so this is more or less what I'm looking for. So there is a layer blend for bone. So we do have to do it per bone, okay. But yeah, how do I kind of... So I have to layer blend per bone first. Okay. I think I know. Let's see if this will work. So we're going to have our cache pose for false. We're going to have this for true. And then maybe something like this. And then we need another layered blend per bone. Okay, so we need to cache the pose, I believe. Base pose, we'll say. And let's see what he says. Okay. So we need to grab base pose. base pose and kind of just jam it in there. And hopefully that's better. Let's see. Yes. But I don't know if I need the entire upper body here. So layered blend. So I don't know if I need to do more or less. So I guess we can mess around a little bit. Yeah, again, you guys aren't really seeing what I'm messing with, but yeah, I'm messing with the layer blend. So let's look at the skeletal mesh. And right now I'm doing spine 3, but maybe I need to do, the clavicles or like the neck. So let's try clavicle L. I just want the one bone name. So we should see only the left side do something. And then clavicle R. We'll say 3. Like that. So let's look. I think that looks better. Not super duper perfect, but it is what it is. Now, I know, like, is there a different, there should be like a parent class I can reparent to, because like there's anim instance, and then there's gas course anim instance. But yeah, I don't know if we have, because like you should be able to at least, yes, gameplay tags property map. That's exactly what I was hoping for. We can map the presence of a gameplay tag to some sort of variable. So let's grab this. We'll say, active value. We're gonna call this, B is in magic stance. And then we can just map it to, go to compile first. Yes, B is in magic stance. And then we should have something like, gameplay. No, there's ability. Status. Gameplay. Stance. Dot magic. So add that tag. Stance. Dot magic. And then should be able to go into our ability here. So we're gonna go like bam. I guess like we'll say bam like about here. We'll say toggle magic stance event. I believe I have a notify for, yeah, send gameplay event to self. We'll say event dot animation dot combat stance dot switch. Dot magic, I guess, just to be as verbose as possible. So we do that. Not sure how we should blend in or not. Maybe it should be quicker. Blend out should be quicker. So we can look, be like, and now see we can add some interesting things like maybe a camera shake or something. But first, let's just make sure that this part is working. So let's make event tags, make that a variable here. And let's find magic. So let's just do stance switch. And then we can do, a switch here. And then we'll do switch.magic. Let's also add a tag for switch.melee. And now we can create a gameplay effect. So apply gameplay effect to owner. So again, like, curious thing is like if we want to make this a gameplay effect or not, right? Like we just need to apply a tag. Maybe we can say things where like certain damage types aren't as effective in certain stances or something. So for now, yeah, let's make it a gameplay effect. Let's create that. Whoops, not a level. Gameplay effect GE underscore stance underscore magic. Let's promote that to a variable. We'll say magic stance handle. And then within this, we'll make it an infinite effect. No stacking. I guess we should have a stacking. Target 1 opponents tags. So grant tags to target actor. And we can look back. So it's status.magic. Like that. Okay, it didn't work. There it is. Boom. So now, if I'm not mistaken, when I press, okay, so it's already true by default. Interesting. I think it's because I have this variable set to true by default. Yeah. So take you out. So I press right bumper. Okay. So we never get the event, it seems. So let's see what happens. Do we even get to this breakpoint? So we do. Let's look at ability tags. So I do have status.gameplay.magic. So is this for some reason not coming true? Let's test the theory. Let's say wait gameplay effect applied to act. No, that's not the one we want. Wait gameplay effect. Wait, or is it wait tag added? Yeah, let's just do that. So self tag, let's find so stance.magic. We'll set this to true. Let's just confirm that that's the problem. that compiled incorrectly because I need to get our references. So references, ask course character, assuming it's fine. So let's try again. So we get to that point. Okay. Do we get to this point? No. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we got some more spam in the chat. Let's ban you. There we go. Yay. So yeah, for whatever reason, so grant tags to target actor. We are getting that tag. Are we getting here? No. Interesting. Why? Maybe it's because it's on preview instance. Let's do it again. Yes, so we're there. Resume. So yeah, we're still not getting to where I would imagine we should be getting. Is it because it's also a property map? Let's just reset the gameplay tag property map real quick. Yeah, still no. Seems to be doing what I want it to be doing. And let's just confirm this is valid. Yeah. Wait, gameplay tag, add to actor. Added. And then nothing. I lose. Okay. Can I say, instead of a gameplay effect, say add loose gameplay tags. So actor is going to be get owning actor. Is it because it's adding to the player state? So let's say get owning, or sorry, get avatar actor. That, from gameplay tag. Status dot gameplay dot magic stance. So let's try again. Yeah, still nothing. So let's breakpoint this again. So there's the elf character. We're getting the magic stance, and yeah, still no. It's very suspicious. What could be wrong, I wonder? Because, like, honestly, if I put a delay node, let's say 5 seconds, and I do this stance switch, for example, this should work. Let's just confirm that that works. So count to 5, and then we should see the switch. Yes. So we know that much works, right? Do I have to delay, like, quickly. So we add the loose gameplay tag. Okay, so then we get there. That's bizarre. So now, what if I add this mapping back? I copy. Yeah, that for some reason doesn't really work. Oh, something tells me something weird is going on with this gameplay tag property map, maybe? We're gonna have to dig a little deeper. Let's see. Let's go into code. We should have some class for this. So animation, anim instance. Is data valid? So let's go that far. No, I still have this open. Let's close that out. Let's see where we land when we spawn. Okay. Okay, so this fails. So why is owning actor null, but it still gets up to this point? So all of that is well and good, but that's on tick. So when does native initialize animation even play? So let's look, see what we get initially. So do I need to cast? Like, is this invalid? Because this seems valid. Let's see. Because again, this is null. So when does native initialize animation come from? So, let's do a log. UE log temp, warning, sure. But I do want to get owning actor dot get name dot string, or get name should be enough. Let's see if we can do a hot reload. See if we can get to the bottom of this. Because maybe it's like an ordering issue where like the ability system is not initialized, and so when we try to do it, it's not valid or something. This is going to be a tricky case to solve, I think. It's gonna take a little bit. But yeah, hopefully it's not a race condition. That'll be upsetting, honestly. Okay. So let's see what we get. So we have our output log, right? Let's clean it out. Play. Okay. Let's look. So we are getting this, which is weird, I guess, because it's valid. So is it a problem that the fact that I'm doing it like this? Because like we get up to this point, and we do get ability system component from actor. So maybe we gotta just hit a breakpoint here and see what happens. Because maybe again it's on my player state. Do we get here? Let's try that again. Oh man, why do I not get here? Let's do another hot reload real quick. I just want to see if I can add a breakpoint there. Okay. Let's see what happens. So yeah, we don't get there. Why? Because we get there. Because it doesn't seem like it's getting any information that's valid. Now, is it because it's const? Not sure. Let's try some things out, I suppose. Because yeah, we got get owning actor. So let's change it like this. So if we'll say a gas course character, get owning actor, right? And then we'll grab this. And let's just nuke that. Put a breakpoint here. Let's do another reload. Let's see if we get there. Okay, build failed. Well, let's do this the old-fashioned way. So get owning actor, it is const. So I have to make this const. I think that was the problem. I was passing in owning actor instead of character. Let's see if that made a difference. Hope it does. How are people doing on this weekend? Is everyone doing chill? Everyone having a nice time? I was finally able to kind of relax a little bit this weekend. I still want to stream and work on this project. This still counts as relaxing. So get off it. Get off my face. Get off my case. Get off my face about it. But I hope people are able to enjoy their weekends. Last few weekends were busy in a good way, but busy. So it's good to kind of do your own thing for at least a little bit, you know? Yeah. So once we're able, once we're able to get this to work, we'll then need to gate our projectile ability with this tag, with this stance tag. And then we can, because I want there to be like a heavy attack and a light attack, and so like the basic light attack for this is like throwing the projectiles, and then like the heavy attack can be like the beam, like a Kamehameha wave or something that does way more damage and does like instant damage, like instant burn proccing or something, but has a huge cost. It'd be interesting how to get that to work. I also need to update my engine version to like the latest one. I'm on 5.5.0. Forget what the latest is. Is it 5.52 or 5.4? Okay, Epic Games launcher, please open. Don't close. It'd be struggling. I definitely need more RAM in this computer, if I'm going to be honest. It struggles. Let's find out the engine version later. Let's worry about one thing at a time. Okay. So let's have our breakpoint. And of course, no breakpoint. Now we got a breakpoint. So now we get there. Yeah, so that just kind of fails, right? Maybe I can say now, like, because I don't want it to be, like, I don't understand what the real problem is, you know? Did I already play an editor? No. Oh my goodness, stop. Hold on. Let's get out of this preview. Put a breakpoint here. Why does it go? Oh my god. Okay, I see the problem. So I do not want to fire an editor. Now I should be able to do this and play. So it returns the ability system component to use for this actor. It may live on another actor, such as pawn. So I think I need to update this interface, maybe. So let me go to my gas course character. Because I believe this implements that interface. Yes. Now there should be something like get ability system component, no? Is there a get ability system component right here? So I should, in theory, get here, right? Well, let me back out real quick. So that's null. Okay, so basically it does seem like it's some sort of race condition. So I'm not sure where the best place is to make sure that it doesn't happen like that. Like potentially, because again, I don't really want to deal with a race condition. Wonder if anyone else had this issue. So UE5, gameplay tag, property map, doesn't return gameplay ability component. Okay, so there is like, how do I set it up? Let's see. Property map, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the reply. Okay, so then in editor, reparent your BP animation blueprint to your newly created one. Now that new function initialized ability system needs to be called from your ability system component. Okay, so I have to do that from the animation instance. We don't really care for that. Get that out of the way. So there should be what? Init or ability info, no. Initialize. So initialize with ability system. Now this is where I should hopefully be doing this. So but they say it's within the ability system component. So let's try it there. See if it's even there. So let's look for it here. So init ability actor info. Okay. So I should be able to, okay, so I do it here. So that's weird. So let's bing, bang, boom. And then so I don't think I need to do it there. So maybe this is not even necessary. So I feel like I'm still missing some sort of piece of the puzzle, right? Because yeah, you have this gameplay tag property map and then dot initialize. So maybe I need to do breakpoints here. I mean, there should be hopefully logs if it fails, you know? And then we do register callback event. And it should be here and, you know, do something, right? At least we're getting to the root of the problem. So yeah, let's clean our output log. Do that. Look into our output log. Filter for warnings and errors. Seems like things are okay. But let us go here under initialize. Do we even get here? We do. And now the property mapping, I believe, is empty. So again, we got to go back to our animation blueprint. Let's add the mapping back. So it's Stance dot magic. Let's do that, and then let's go back into code. Ideally, we should be able to get here. Which we don't. Why? So why is our property mappings empty? Let's just add, something like that. Let's try again. We have 2 in our gameplay text property map, right? But yeah, keep saying that it's empty. Now, is it because there's applying current tags, is property type valid, requirements met, is empty, to string, all this stuff here. What could be going on? Let's go here. Let's go again. Let me get rid of this real quick. Now let's look on this gameplay tag property mapping. What does this say? Like, why is this empty? Should be able to compile this. Now we have a gameplay tag property map. Like, what? I don't understand why it's giving like empty entries here. Now let's read back on this. So this is an old post and I'm not really adding anything new here. I read through Google, so for future Googlers, Tom Lumen has an excellent blog post about this here. No. I don't know. It's fun. So something strange is happening here. So always empty. Yeah, so something bizarre is happening with this gameplay tag property map. Oh, changes made to the selected instance only. Changes will not be saved. Okay, if I hit apply. Oh my god, did I really miss that warning? Am I crazy? Oh my god. I'm crazy. Alright, so I missed that. That's upsetting, but let's see if that worked. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I've been working on my property mappings here. You guys can't really see it because of the froggy. But yeah, I was adding property maps so that I can, at runtime, map the presence of a gameplay tag to a boolean so we know if it's true or false. I didn't realize this warning at the bottom saying changes made to the selected instance only, changes will not be saved. I didn't realize you had to apply that in order for things to be actually properly be reflected, so I was running into a bug where I thought I was applying it, but it turns out I needed to override that first. I'm definitely going to make a Twitter post about this, because that's fucking... I don't know how I missed that, but maybe others will also miss it. Or maybe I'm stupid, So I do want to make this event be sent here a little earlier, so let's see what this looks like. I don't know if I want... Should I keep him hunched back, I wonder? Let's look at our magic loop. He is looped back, so maybe I can do... Let's look at his spine. So spine 0, 1. So maybe spine 3 is actually okay. Let's see. I also have to do some cleanup here. Like that. Bing, bang, boom. Let's bring everybody down. Okay. So yeah. So this layered blend per bone. Let's add spine 0, 3. Let's make that there. Yeah, I think that looks better. So I wonder, do I need actually these two? And what happens when I make the depth a little bit bigger? Let's do a depth of 1. And if I make these depths of 0, how does it affect it? I should get this blueprint plugin that looks awesome. Are you talking about like I guess the visualizations of it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I forget the name of the plugins. Let's look real quick. Installed, other, no. What is it called? I think it's electric nodes. Yeah, electronic nodes, and I think, and darker nodes. Yeah, I have both of them in. Definitely recommend it. Looks nice. So yeah, let's look again when we're in. So we're in our battle pose. Like, he's still very, 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 very stiff. I don't like that he's like that. So maybe spine is not the way to go. Maybe neck. Now he looks like he's shrugging. He's like, what? Okay, so let's do... So lower. And then we get the clavicles. Okay, it's called neck 01 actually. So let's copy that name properly. So does he look better? Yeah, I think that looks good. And you know, we have that pose now. You're in this thing here, so we should be able to turn this back off to false by default. And then we press this. And again, I forget the frame. But it goes, wow. And I forget where. Yeah, he kind of snaps up. Because maybe he should be hunched back like that. So let's play around a little bit more. Spine 03. Yeesh. It's a little fucked up. Or maybe I can just do from, you know, spine 2. Like, to me, he's just very stiff. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe adjust the blend weight. Yeah, maybe. 0.6. Yeah, that helps definitely for sure. So maybe like something like 0.8 or something. Looks good. And we could do, you know, spine 01, blend depth 3. Do something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's what he looks like. So bam. Yeah, definitely a lot less snapping. I definitely have to do it earlier. So he goes like, oh, bam. So something like here maybe is better. Now more at the apex of it. Let's see. What happens if I do it like this? Like, yeah, it still snaps no matter where I put it, I guess. Ah. But definitely looks cooler. And we can maybe put it there. Maybe, I don't know, like the blend depths maybe be 6. It definitely seems worse as the higher the number, so maybe it's 2. What if I make it 0? So yeah, there's definitely a diminishing in returns. So we'll just put it to 2. I think that looks fine. So true blend-in time. What if I make it 1 second for the blend-in time? What does that look like? Not much of a difference. 2.2 and 0.2. Blend type, we can do exponential in. Transition type, I don't think anything matters with that, but let's just see if it looks better or worse. I am curious what would happen. Oh yeah, there's the blend weights here. Wonder what happens if I put, like, you know, clavicle back. Clavicle underscore L. So what if I make this 0 and I make this like 3? Doesn't really make a difference, it seems. For the fun of it, let's just do clavicle R. Yeah, no real difference. So mesh space rotation blend. Let's just see what all these values will be doing. That doesn't look better. Eh. Yeah, it definitely looks better. So let's see if we can go back to doing the gameplay effect route. I don't know. Let's make sure this is false. Okay. So no inertial equation. Oh, okay. We got to it is something with inertialization, right? Yeah, standard blend. So I should be able to now say we don't really need this one. You can always say handle, you know, can I say is valid? Or I could just say, you know, remove. I mean, is there any way for me to say that this is valid? Because I want it to work like kind of like a toggle. So, and then yeah, the start section. I guess I can say, you know, get ability system component from actor info has tag stance.magic branch. If it does, let's update the start section. Variable. So if it's true, we'll start at the exit section. If not, we don't change it. Well, I guess we could do none. that. And then, yeah, we remove this handle. And then, yeah, we could just make a custom event here. Play, stance, switch, montage. Should be good. Assuming, yeah, exit is the name. Let's see what happens. Tap it. Tap. All right, so I'm tapping, but yeah, it's still happening. So what happens here? Tap. Okay, so we don't have it. Okay, so we never have. Okay, I used the wrong gameplay tag. Amazing. That should do us better now. We're in, and then we're out. In, out. Okay. Not perfect. Wonder what we can do here. So what happens if we don't play the montage? I just want to see if he'll go, how it'll look. So we go like this, and then like that, right? Obviously we need to properly end our ability, of course. So we're like that, and then we're like that. I mean, it does happen quicker. But, yeah, I think we need to adjust something here. We can adjust the end time, I think. Maybe we can make the blends out smoother. So we go like that, and then like that. So, maybe 0.5. So we go like that. Maybe that will blend better. Let's see. Yeah. I think that works. Maybe we can adjust the false blend time to like 1. Let's see. I think that just looks better. So go like that, and then we're like bam, 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 and then we're back. And then this would actually be some sort of melee, right? So we can import some montages next time. We've done a lot so far today. You know, we kind of reset our control scheme a little bit. We're able to switch into this magic stance, and I definitely would want there to be some sort of effects on his hands. And I know this animation set came with these things. What's it called? Mage animation set. There is like a VFX for, I guess it's the aura, but it's a cascade, and you know, I don't like the fact that it's a cascade, but yeah, we can just kind of live with that for a moment. See, there's magic AoE stuff. There's some lightning stuff. I wanted to do like a lightning status effect. But yeah, all of these look kind of messy. So this is doing, oh, okay. So it's gonna try to compile, great. You can convert them, right? I don't know, can you? Okay, so that's a interesting looking one. Looks cool, but doesn't really work. Let's delete that. We could try to convert it though. Let's see. So we have VFX, there's aura. Convert to seated, copy parameters. Asset actions. I don't know. Oh, you need the plugin. Is it a free plugin? Let's see. Convert. Cascade to Niagara converter. There we go. Let's do that. Let's just see the results of this. And then I think we'll call it a day, right? So the fine modules are missing. Okay, so I think I need to... It's regenerating everything for me, so we should do that. Thanks for the recommendation there, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, let's let the project generate itself. Because again, I don't know if I want the color to be explicitly greenish. Because, you know, you are throwing like red fireballs. And I don't know if we want... if we want the character to be able to... kind of change the projectile type. So, you know, fire, elemental, or if it's going to be ice, so you can freeze or something like that, and then you have your other damage types. Or if we're kind of set in this like feeling of, okay, this elemental character has a primary fire-based projectile damage, and then your utility spells are other elements. So, you know, you have a CC ability that is ice-based, so you do AoE, freeze everybody within a given area. Or like a lightning-based AoE, or, you know, how other elements could work. Like, all of them could work as CC if you really wanted to. You know, you can have like a ground earth-based one that CCs, like, roots them in place. You can also have that for ice if you wanted. But yeah, just thinking out loud. Because the biggest decision that we made is to give this character both, you know, I want him to have melee capabilities and magic capabilities. And, you know, I think of him like elemental master monk kind of guy, where, you know, hand-to-hand combat kind of move set, and then, you know, magic-based projectiles and abilities. Similar to kind of things like Black Myth Wukong. But I need to find a reason why you would choose, you know, melee over magic. Because, you know, in Black Myth Wukong, the magic really served primarily as utility effects. You had, like, you can freeze the enemy, you can parry with the rock solid, you can... I forgot the other ones that you could do. You can spawn multiple of you, like the thread one. You can, the Ring of Fire, which I didn't use. I'm sure I'm missing other ones, but basically that was the idea of that character, right? You were using primarily melee attacks, and then you had magic abilities that you would kind of interchange with and flow with. And I believe that worked because they were more utility-based magic. Because like if the character had like, you know, fire projectile stuff, you would always like kind of keep your distance and fire those projectiles. You would never try to get in close because you didn't really have to. So I need to figure out that kind of balance and why my character would use one or the other. What are the use case scenarios? Obviously, that could also fall under enemy design, and finding a purpose there. Because, like, again, we want to have like a scoring system that kind of drives the gameplay loop. So maybe there's a connection there where you can kind of bump up your score by interblending these things. But, you know, just food for thought, I suppose. Okay. We back. But yeah, let's try converting then. Awesome. Thanks again for the suggestion. I appreciate that. Convert to Niagara system. Let's see. Okay. There is also a fireball trail. There's also idle. Idle and shout. Okay. And slam charge. Let's look at the demo assets. Look at the map. I just want to look at what this is doing. I want to see the examples in the context of the stuff. Oh god. I hope the editor is just not going to crash. I think it is. No! Why Slate application? Yeah. Okay. Let's just open it through here rather than the writer, and we'll see what happens. Because again, I just want to get context of what these effects are supposed to be doing. Because I think it would be cool. Because I think that is the use case where, you know, he opens his arms like this, and you get like these kind of balls in there. And so ideally, I would want this to be a gameplay cue. I think that would make the most sense. And again, I always do this when I'm, you know, getting towards the end of my streams and stuff like that, where I'm like, oh, you know, we're gonna end it, and then I kind of just fall deep into stuff. So there's the animation demo. Can I open recent levels? Is there anything there? Okay. All right, overview map. Please open. Or are we going to crash? Do we think we're going to crash? Looks like it's going to crash, probably. But it's doing something. Definitely shitting its pants. I don't think this is going to work. But I don't know why. Well, it's doing something. Like, it doesn't say not responding, you know? But it's just not doing anything. So, let's just force end that task, unfortunately. Yeah, that's this one. You don't have much memory. Maybe close the writer. Maybe. I definitely need to get more RAM, honestly. I think I only have, I think 32. So I need to bump that up to at least 64. So let's not open anything. Let's open level. And it was under mage, animation set, maps, overview map. Okay, so it's pretty much shitting its pants. I think because of this animation demo, like I'm aborting the execution stuff and it's like... What is happening? This is like behaving so weird. Like I'm constantly clicking to get through all this, but what in God's name? Let's see if we can get through all of it. I have no idea what it's doing. This animation demo BP is just... Can I do no debug selected? Yeah, it's not really letting me get out. Or is it? Nope. Let's see if we can get through this. I don't know, that's ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna just quit. while I'm ahead. That's so bizarre. Okay. Not sure what that is, but I think that's where I'm just gonna end it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We got a lot done. We cleaned up our current state of our nameplate UI. We cleaned up our input mapping context to go into the direction that we want to go, and we kind of added this change in state for our magic and our normal. So next time we're going to import some fighting animations. I found this really good animation pack that I want to use for melee combat. So we can look at like the update, for example. I think these are going to be good for this use case. So again, I don't need a lot of the locomotions or anything like that, but you know, I think these animations work well. We don't really need some of these stuff, but oops. I think it'll work well. So we'll import those next time. And we'll see if we can get melee combat to look good. So yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody. If you're watching anywhere else besides Twitch, make sure to follow me here on Twitch. You can also follow me on YouTube. Feel free to join our Discord. Let me see if I can send that over. So feel free to join Discord. We try to answer questions and talk and kind of just do things game development wise there. You can also follow me on YouTube. I try to make enough shorts and content there, so make sure to subscribe. And yeah, have a good remaining rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon.